Good morning. Welcome to our Monte Vista Unitarian Universalist congregation as we celebrate this season. We're glad that you're here with us this beautiful morning. I'm Megan Gallagher. I'm the Vice President on the Board of Trustees. And one of my favorite sayings from when I was a student at UC Santa Cruz, and you can imagine there were many sayings: before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. And I just want to say that yesterday, several members of our congregants did indeed work very hard on our grounds. And Brian Bennett, Brian Lee, Murray Smith, Lynn Maria Smith, Jack Little, Janine Little, Lynn Scheibel, Catherine Rowley, Reverend Maggie Yenoki, George Yenoki, Bob Taylor, Laura Moray, and myself cut, raked, swept, and loaded 1,800 pounds of leaves, branches, and pine needles on a trailer bound for beneficial ag to become mulch. So thank you all. And our next work party is January 11th, and we will be doing pine needles behind the classrooms. So if you feel up to it, come with us and work hard. And after all that work, Lynn Maria and Catherine Rowley decorated our sanctuary. So thank you. It is beautiful. Coming up this next week, today we have a community meeting in the Founders Room following services. Board of Trustees meeting at 10:30 on Tuesday. 9:30, you're right. Yes, I'm sorry, at 9:30. Thank you. Taco Tuesday, Tuesday night at 7 on Zoom. Gathering around Grief Blue Christmas ritual on the 18th, which I believe is a Wednesday. This Wednesday at 7. And then upcoming events, we have a potluck dinner Saturday, December 21st at 6 here. Christmas Eve candlelight service, December 24th at 4. Executive board meeting, January 7th. And 2 more work parties, January 11th and February 1st. So, welcome. And Maggie?
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good to be with you and good to be here. It is our tradition each month, usually on the first Sunday of the month, but we've been really enjoying a lot of special services, and this kind of fell through the cracks, or they were just waiting until I got back. But let's sing happy birthday to all the December babies. Do we have any here with us today? Just Jesus, huh? Well, we'll sing a special version of We Wish You a Happy Birthday.
We wish you a happy birthday. We wish you a happy birthday. We wish you a happy birthday and a happy new year.
Great. And as we open our service, we normally ring the bowl 3 times, but, you know, 'tis the season. I will jingle 3 times. Once to honor yesterday, once to celebrate today, and once as we await tomorrow. And now I invite you to stand as you're comfortable and able and choosing. We're going to sing together from our great hymnal, or just from the memory of your hearts. O come, Emmanuel. We do have the lyrics on the screen. Please be seated. I invite our music director, Lily Popova, to come and light our chalice for us as we hear the words entitled Chalice Lighting for Music Sunday, written by Marnie Singer. The chalice is the container, the space where the musicians and the listeners gather. The oil is the fuel, the hours of practice and the life experiences of everyone in the room. The wick is the instruments and vocal cords through which the music will flow. And the flame the flame. The flame is the music which is created as if by magic. When the instruments are lifted, the breath is inhaled and the downbeat is nodded. May this flame ignite the music within us all. I invite you to stand as you're comfortable and able and don't mind the calisthenics. We're going to sing Spirit of Life together, first in English and then in Spanish. Christmas imps are busy, causing grief. 'Twas the night before Yuletide, and all through the glen not a creature was stirring, not a fox, not a hen. A mantle of snow shone brightly that night as it lay on the ground reflecting moonlight. The fairies were nestled all snug in their trees, unmindful of flurries and a chilly north breeze. The elves and the gnomes were down in their burrows, sleeping like babes in their soft earthen furrows. When lo, the earth moved with a thunderous quake, causing chairs to fall over and dishes to break. The little folks scrambled to get on their feet, then raced to the river where they usually meet. What happened, they wondered. They questioned, they probed, as they shivered in night clothes, some bare-armed, some robed. What caused the earth's shudder? What caused her to shiver? They all spoke at once as they stood by the river. Then what to their wondering eyes should appear but a shining gold light in the shape of a sphere? It blinked and it twinkled, it winked like an eye, then it flew straight up and was lost in the sky. Before they could murmur, before they could bustle, there emerged from the crowd with a swish and a rustle a stately old crone with her hand on a cane, resplendent in green with a flowing white mane, or maybe curly gray. As she passed by them, the old crone's perfume, smelling of meadows and flowers abloom, made each of the fey folk think of the spring, when the earth wakes from slumber and the birds start to sing. My name is Gaia, the old crone proclaimed, in a voice that was once both wild and tame. I've come to remind you, for you seem to forget, that Yule is the time of rebirth, and yet I see no hearth fires, I hear no music, no bells. The air isn't filled with rich, fragrant smells of baking and roasting and simmering stew, of cider that's mulled or other hot brew. There aren't any children at play in the snow or houses lit up by the candles' glow. Have you forgotten, my children, the fun of celebrating the rebirth of the sun? She looked at the Fae folk, her eyes going round as they shuffled their feet and stared at the ground. Then she smiled the smile that brings light to the day. Come, my children, she said, let's play. They gathered the mistletoe, gathered the holly. They threw off the drab and drew on the jolly. They lit a big bonfire and they danced and they sang and they brought out the bells and clapped when they rang. They strung lights on the trees and bows, oh so merry, in colors of cranberry, bayberry, cherry. They built giant snowmen and adorned them with hats, then surrounded them with snowbirds and snowcats and bats. Then just before dawn, at the end of their fest, before they went homeward to seek out their rest, the Fae folk, they gathered round their favorite oak tree, and they welcomed the sun 'neath the tree's finery. They were just reaching home when it suddenly came. The gold light returned like an arrow shot flame. It lit on the treetop where they could see from afar. The golden-like sphere turned into a star. The old crone just smiled at the beautiful sight. Happy Yuletide, my children, she whispered, good night. We're sharing. Oh, that was great. More, we want more. Oh, jeez. Well, thank all of you. Thank you, choir, most of all, especially for this beautiful service today. But thank all of you as well. And a warm greeting to those who are joining us on Zoom today. I've had 2 people this week that are interested in learning more about us, so they're watching with us on Zoom today. So we want to welcome you. I hope you're having fun at home and that you'll join us here soon. Thank you all for your many kind and generous gifts that maintain this community, physically and spiritually. We are all givers in so many aspects of our church life together. All that we do in our care for each other is an offering toward our wholeness. And here at the Monte Vista Unitarian Universalist congregation, we have agreed to donate 50% of the offerings that we gather that are not earmarked for pledges with a charity that aligns with our values and serves those in the Montclair area. Each recipient is pre-selected by our justice team and approved by our board. For the month of December, we continue to share our plate to the support of the good work of the 111 Hope Foundation, a 501c3 that is founded by our own Caitlin and Emmanuel Salgado. Together, we are making a real difference. And now is our chance to support them in their work. But first, a word from our woman president, Debbie Skirdo. Come on.
I just wanted to give a really warm welcome to everybody who's here today, enjoying with us. Hope you're having a good time singing. We have actually worked most of our carols into the service, so you'll get to sing a lot with us. And so we're not going to do separate carols this time, but we are offering you a chance to donate towards the music part of this service. And we have a little snowman basket up here for those donations. And those are still going to go to the general fund, so that it all goes to the same place. Good cause. And also, please take a little offering we have for you also that's in the basket next to it. So welcome, thank you for being here, and enjoy. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, everything.
So now I invite those in the sanctuary to come forward with your generous offerings and food donations for the Inland Valley Hope Partners, given and received in a spirit of grateful fellowship. Beautiful. One of the ways that we breathe into our relationship as spiritual community and a loving church congregation is that we share the difficult times in our lives, and we know that we can trust and rest in the comfort of one another. We express the joys and concerns, the shine and the shadow in our lives that we choose to share with the congregation each Sunday. And as a part of that, I have a few things to share with you. Some of them are pretty heavy and sad and difficult. So we know that the holidays are not all rosy and perky, and life is sometimes really very, very difficult despite the holiday season. So I invite you to share with me these joys and concerns that the family members have asked to be shared. The first one is that I want to let everyone know that Brenda's daughter, Brenda is our office administrator, and her daughter Tiffany was in a very bad car accident this week. She and Sam were both taken in for medical care afterwards, and thankfully, Tiffany is released from the hospital and recovering at home, but she has broken ribs and really a lot of pain. So if we can just send her the healing thoughts and love that she can use right now. And for Brenda, you know, she, above all that she does for us, she is like the best mom that I have ever met. So she's, of course, her heart is very connected to Tiffany and her recovery. So we'll ask for Brenda's compassion to be relieved a little bit, that Brenda can catch her breath. This one comes from Laura Jowie. Thank you. That's who it is. Hi, Laura. I'm sorry I couldn't read it from your writing. It's my fault. She says, please wish courage to my would-be sister-in-law who lost both her brother and now her husband to pancreatic cancer this year. Yeah. This one comes from Erin Quisted. She writes, last Saturday, my friend Alex Small died just 8 months after his brain tumor diagnosis. Yesterday, my grandmother, Noreen Quisted, died after several years of living with dementia. Both bring complicated feelings of both grief and relief. Yeah. Thanks, Erin. And one from Alan and Letha, who snuck out to go be with the children, so they're not here to cry with us. But they write, we will be heading to Utah tomorrow morning. We will miss you all very much. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, doesn't have to be a positive one, but
Sorry, I didn't make it to the slips of paper. I just want to say thank you to my family for being here. My sister Linda, my daughter Catherine, and her boyfriend Sean, and they came from, my sister and Sean came well, he came from Bakersfield, and she came all the way from Magic Mountain, and Catherine lives right near me.
Yeah, very close to
So
you.
I'm welcome, I'm so glad to have you.
Please join me in a spirit of prayer and meditation. Just notice your breath, your breathing. Don't try to control it or sync it with those sitting near you. Just notice it. Notice your jaw, it might be a little tight. How your body is carrying all that you're carrying in your life. Put your hand on your heart. Think it. Breathe into those areas that are calling out for our attention. And as we shift our focus and we enter a spirit of prayer, our eyes might float closed and our feet are flat on the ground. And we feel our connection to Mother Earth. We pray together as we and our physical bodies open to an exchange with all of the spirit of life that is non-physical. And there is an energy, a spiritual energy that is humming just beneath the surface of our life. It is the gathered energy of like-minded souls, the hope, the commitment, the vision of hearts combined, all looking in the same direction, all longing for the same outcome, and all praying for peace. We feel into that energy and wrap it around ourselves. We welcome that energy of love, and we add our energy to it. We choose to allow it to light our path. We choose to use that energy, that light, to weather our storms. And we choose to still be the calm in someone else's, anyone else's that needs us. It takes enormous grace to be that person at a time when you might better have chosen to turn inward and focus on your own hurt. But the light you carry does not go unnoticed. So thank you for shining when shining isn't easy. Because now is not the time to be afraid of the dark.
We invite you to sing along with us as we carry on with our songs. The lyrics will be on the screen.
Sidewalks, busy sidewalks, just as holidays are.
sing together? Yes. Deck the halls. Deck the halls. Deck the halls, number 235. Everybody sing along.
Great. Thank you. Christmas is a time for fa la 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 la. Yeah. But in these days, we need to lean on the hope of this season, maybe a little, hold on to it a little more tightly than we have in other years. Hope is quieter, a poem by John Rodell. Hope is often so much quieter than fear. Hope is the whisper between screams. Hope is the muted hum of the world moving under your feet. Hope is the nearly inaudible sound of your tears drying on the rose of your cheek. Hope is the hushed wind passing through a tall ponderosa pine. Hope is the noise of you softly inhaling while looking for God in the mirror. Hope is the sound of stars winking at us from across the cosmos. Hope is the babbling river. Hope is the snoring baby. Hope is the thumping heartbeat. Hope is a lightly beeping hospital monitor. Hope is the noise ice makes as it melts on a lake. Hope is the gentle scratching of a flower as it claws its way out of the earth to sunbathe. Hope is never loud, it's never fussy, and it's never announced. In fact, you might miss hope's arrival if you're not listening for it. Hope is more piano than it is saxophone. Hope is humble. Hope is stealthy. Hope doesn't wear a name tag. Hope is so often so silent, but that's what makes hope so powerful, because it can surprise us at a moment's notice. But hope is always present. It's the beat between music notes. It's the lip smack before the kiss. It's the deep breath before the eulogy. Hope is the quiet voice of God that is endlessly begging us not to surrender to the crawling shadows. And the voice that is always saying the same thing, hold on, my love. Hold on, my love. If you give it a moment of silence, you will find that hope is a real chatterbox. It won't stop talking to you once you let it get started. Hope is everywhere, even in places where you wouldn't expect to find it. It's in your blood. It's in your wrinkles. And it's in your grief. Hope is relentless amid the noise of this clanging world, but just listen. And I swear, my beloveds, if you just listen to the noiseless hope that really does surround you, I swear you'll never give up again.
This is our last song for this morning, and feel free to sing along as you recognize the carols that are, and famous Christmas songs that are inside of this long medley, so.
Now I invite everyone to stand as we sing our sending song, Joy to the World. It's number 245 in your hymnal, but the lyrics will be on the screen. Sing from your heart. As we offer our blessings to those here next to us, let's recite together our unison benediction. Words are on the screen and in your order of service. Say with me. May you live life joyous and find the miraculous. May you stay curious and rejoice in the process. May you feel the flame and live well. May you keep exploring even the dark places. May you love yourself. And until we gather again, may you love all that you love well. And so may it be. Lily? I'll just say, let's go enjoy some coffee and conversation together and continue the holiday festivities today. Blessings, everyone.